Hi, everybody. How is it going? Welcome, YouTubers. My name is Danielle Leviston. I am an entrepreneur. I'm an artist. I'm an educator. I am a sister. I'm a daughter. I'm a cousin. I'm a friend. I'm a best friend. I am an aunt. I think out of all those things, that is like on the top of the list, being an aunt. I am a leader, and I am here to you today to talk about a certain topic. So, my business is Painting and Poppin' Traveling Paint Parties LLC. It is a mobile paint party business. So, I service clients and I have customers as well because I have product. But if you are in the business of coming up or trying to come up with an idea, let's say you're a creative and you really want to start a business that would be primarily service based, this is the channel to watch. So let's say you're an artist or you're a musician, maybe you're a dancer, dance instructor, maybe you're a teacher, some creative capacity, and you're thinking about coming up with a business idea, or if you're in the beginning stages of your business, you want to be here because I am in about year 6 of my business. Still growing, right? Still learning. However, I've done a lot within these 5.5 years already to get where I am today. I do deal with clients directly and I have customers directly. I network with other businesses in my local area. So come here for very, very important things to learn. And we're going to have a very important topic today that I think is something that a lot of people don't think about, or they think that they're too early in their entrepreneurial stage to actually do. But before I get into what we're going to talk about today, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to my channel, please. Um, so I want to go back a little bit as well and just address the creative part to being a business owner and watching this YouTube video. If you don't necessarily consider yourself a creative, you will probably still be able to benefit a lot from this channel. So if you service clients, that is like the primary thing that you want to consider when thinking about, am I going to get a lot of good information from this channel? So again, maybe you can put a creative spin on some of the things you're doing. You might get some tips and ideas. But yeah, so just like and subscribe, even if you but I promise you, you're gonna get something valuable today and within all of my videos, if I might say. Okay. But okay, so let's go ahead and get into what we're gonna talk about today. We are gonna talk about the thing that you need to have as a part of your business before you even start servicing clients. Okay? Let me take a little sip here. What do you need to have in your business or as a part of your business? What is as a part of your administrative procedures? Sidebar, I despise administrative tasks. Oh my goodness. I'm about the work, doing the work and doing the creative part, but administrative tasks, it depends. I actually won't say that. There are some things that I do enjoy. I think I'm getting into that era a little bit more. When I first started, I just wanted to, design the canvases and design the images and, paint and everything. But I think as I get older, I'm actually going towards the other side a little bit. And they both work hand in hand, really. But um, yeah, so okay. So hopefully you had some time to think about this, or you liked this video and you subscribe to the page. But the number one thing that you should have as a service-based business or service provider is you should have a contract. Okay. You should have a contract. Now, some businesses may have something else, right? Um, but like if you do what I do, I actually like I commute to people's place of residence or venue. Um, I have to know the number of client guests that I'm going to be serving at my client's party. So I need that because I need to know how many supplies I'll have with me, how many supplies I'll need to prepare for in advance. I need to know what the party's theme is going to be so that I can, prepare for that. My client needs to know a lot of these things, and they also need to know what I expect from them. So, guys, coming up with an agreement, a contractual agreement for your clients is, in my eyes, the number one thing that you need to have. This goes before filing for the LLC. This goes before getting registered in your local chamber of commerce or whatever that might be. This goes before the legalities. It would, to me, it would even go, before trade. Of course, it would go before trademarking, but coming up with the contract that you are going to need your clients to read to understand what your policies are and you need them to sign it is so important. Now, the second thing that kind of goes in conjunction with this is that you have to be, as the business owner, you have to make sure that your clients stick within that contract. And then you cannot be afraid to stick within the boundaries of the contract. Okay? Now, have I been guilty of that? Absolutely. I have been guilty of not sticking to everything within my binding contract because I might have felt bad. Or like one of the things is like if we start late. So I, I've kind of been like, oh, it's okay. I'll wait another 10 minutes. And would that work for you? Maybe. Some of you, it may not work for. So in your contract, it has to be certain things where it's almost like you're thinking about what you're willing to put up with, what you're willing to negotiate, and what you're not willing to negotiate. And the things that you're not willing to negotiate definitely needs to be in that binding contract. Okay. There have been situations where people have had to cancel and I wasn't really feeling it anyway. And so I kind of let them cancel, even though after a certain period of time, I have it in my contract that they can't necessarily cancel. So there are things that you are going to waver about, and not to say that it shouldn't be in the contract. Maybe you have to get better at certain things like I do. But one of the things is I don't want my business to be punitive. Like I don't want certain things to discourage people from booking from booking with me. But I also want to make sure that I have some clear things written out where it's like, okay, I could show them and I could say, well, we're kind of going against this right here that I actually had in the contract. Now, I will tell you one thing that I do not negotiate with is putting down a deposit. My people, I will text my people, I will call my people, I will email my people to get a deposit because, and I think like the hairstylist community and the nail technician community get flagged for this regarding like putting down deposits. And I hear a lot about how, if they were a beautician from the old school or nail artist from the old school, they wouldn't even want a deposit. Now, in the old school, people respected people's time more. There are so many things going on in this world, so many distractions that people will cancel on you last minute. And thankfully, I haven't had a lot of instances like that, you know. I have had a cancellation, but it wasn't like I was so far into the planning that it disrupted what I did. But I have, well, actually, no, I take that back. I've definitely had a cancellation. So with my business, I have to prepare things before I actually even get to the date of the paint party. So I'm preparing canvases. I'm preparing the paint that I need to bring with me. I am coming up with an image. So there are, guidelines I have for even like creating a custom image. So, I had a situation where, bless their heart, but they ended up canceling on me, and I had already started working on some of those things. Like I started creating the image. So through trial and error, I learned that I needed to have the deposit payment and a clause stating that I need that prior to starting services. Like I won't touch a canvas if I don't have a deposit. So that was really important for me to have, because I ended up wasting a lot of my time that I could have been devoting somewhere else. And I think I had like several paint parties that month, and it just kind of like it left a bad taste in my mouth. So, but it was, it wasn't their fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. So, you have to take accountability as a business owner, of course. But I could talk about deposits. That's like a whole other topic. And I'm glad that came to mind, because I think I am going to make a new video. I'm putting some lotion on. Body works. Hands are a little dry. But I think that's a whole other topic in itself, the deposit issue. And things what so let's get back to the contractual agreement. So what goes into the agreement? Um, depending on what your business is and what you do and how you service your clients, it's going to be different. It might have some similar things that I have in mind, but again, you want to think about what are some things that I need my client to know. What am I going to know from my client? And what are some non negotiables that I need to put in here? Okay. So, for instance, like the deposit was a big non negotiable for me. So that I wanted to make sure that was in the contract. I'm trying to think of some other things where it's like this is non-negotiable. I so it's kind of like I'll teeter back and forth with this, but I do have in my contract, just some requirements for my client. Like you should have a minimum of 8 guests. Um, what else do I have in there? I talk about no shows and cancellations. What is your cancellation policy? Do you have a cancellation policy? If this person needs to cancel, what if you need to cancel? I had a situation where I had to cancel, and it was in my contract. Okay. Now, is your contract going to be perfect? No, that agreement is not going to be perfect at first. There are things in my contractual agreement that I need to change. There are some things I need to add and update. So it's gonna grow, it's gonna change, and that's okay. But you should have somewhere to start. So you want to have your information about what you do, what you need, what time you need to be there, how long, what the length of the service is going to be. So all of that stuff should be in your contract too. Okay. Now, if you are like, I am so confused, I don't know where to start, contact me. Okay. I am doing some consulting and business coaching. So if you consider yourself new to business, if let's say you have maybe a year under your belt and you feel like you're in the beginning stages and you need help with some of these things, maybe even less, maybe a little more, okay? But if you still feel like you're in the beginning stages and you need help with developing some things for your business, which includes a contractual agreement, come and see me. I can help you do that. My contact information is in the description. My email that you can reach out to me at is paintinandpoppin@gmail.com. I'm sorry, that's the other email. So you can email me there. But the other email that I have is paintinandpoppinparties@gmail.com. And there's no G on painting or popping. So yeah, if you have questions about how to create a contractual agreement, or just like any questions, really reach out to me. Now, full transparency, I've had moments where I've talked to friends and associates about certain things within business, But I am just starting my consulting. So if you do contact me, you might be among the first to actually have a session with me. So I don't have all of my booking information posted just yet. But if you want to get to me before I get real hot, right? You want to you want to email me, um, and reach out to me. We can work together, even if you don't consider yourself like a creative per se. But if you are a new entrepreneur, you're new to business, you have ideas about how to provide a service to people, then I would be the one to contact. So I think I talked about pretty much what I wanted to come on here and gab with you all today. But yeah, get that contract together. Um, your contract should have your non-negotiables in there as well as your information. And the cool thing about things in this day and age, it doesn't have to be a paper contract. It can be electronic. So we can do so many things electronically. Um, that you can get something together real quick. If you need help with that, like I can help you design your contract too. So I had to take another sippy sip. But holla at your girl. Don't forget to like this video, check out my other videos like those, and also subscribe to my channel. um Again, this is Danielle, and I will see you soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day.